Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chris's Movie Reviews. I have just watched American Pie, which, instant classic. Absolute instant classic. Now, as we start this off, I have to say that I really related to this on a lot of different levels. Going through high school, this was kind of one of my favorite movies. School, I was not popular. I was a band geek. And, especially, for reasons that became obvious later on. Dude, could you give me a warning next time? You are a figment of my imagination. You are literally me. How did you not know we were doing this? You normally tell me when you're gonna use me like this. Just put some pants on, please. Anyway, I was pointing to the flag. I came out in college. But whatever, that's besides the point. So yeah, no, I really related to this movie a lot. Now there are some really good parts of this movie. I did literally just earlier this week watch Animal House and reviewed it. And it's kind of one of those, that it's going to be kind of crude. But I didn't hate it. One of the things that I really liked was the sex positivity. There were clearly some characters, like Jim's dad, clearly was fine saying like masturbation and penis and all that stuff. Where some people were like, oh my god, you can say that? And even now I'm wondering if YouTube's gonna yell at me for that. I don't think they will. But it's something, listen, it's part of the body. It just is. So I did like that. I really loved the visual gags that we got. The first one that comes to mind is the cum in the beer. How you have, I think it's like a 2 or 3 minute scene leading up to that where they're like almost gonna take a drink out of it. I think that was fantastic. If you actually look later on in the movie during the final house party, you can actually see Stifler kind of grab his beer and go, give it a good sniff and just look at it before taking a sip, which obviously he learned. Another thing that I want to talk about is the cultural relevancy of this movie. Kind of how like what Animal House did to an older generation. This, for my generation, we got a lot of cultural references throughout this that have now become cultural references, and I think that's really important when you look at a movie and how important it is. No, it is not. It was kind of like the first meme, if you will. It was actually put together fairly well. You kind of hear this, oh, it's going to be a comedy about sex. Okay, well, there's only so many places you can go with that. Ooh, no pun intended there. But you kind of, well, what's it gonna be? But it actually did come together and it was really cohesive. You got the core group of guys, and they each experience sex in a different way, and like even Oz says, we're just going steady, and I really like that, kind of harking back to the sex positivity. It's, you don't need sex to be in a relationship, and I think that's really important. And something that I don't think would be expected in a movie like this. I'm going to give American Pie a very solid 4. It's a really funny movie, especially those little moments. And that's really what makes it. It's not the bigger picture, but it's those little tiny moments where, when you first see the apple pie and you see it just in the corner, you're like, okay, because they just discussed it like a scene earlier. It's really cleverly constructed. It's not the most logical, why is someone joining a choir 3 weeks before a competition, and all that stuff, but whatever, we can excuse it. And I think, honestly, it tells a really good moral of, not needing sex, and there is this kind of stigma about needing it, but you don't need it. That's the truth. So 4 stars for American Pie. Thank you so much for watching. Want more? Check out chrismoviereviews.com, follow me on Instagram and Reddit, sign up for the newsletter, and submit a user comment for me to read, and don't forget to like and subscribe.